born.
You're very clever, you know that, James.
Well, it has been said.
High-end pawnbroker James likes his staff to have one eye on the future.
Pawnbroking is a complicated business. It's very important you've got all the latest gizmology.
This is a high-pressure steam machine.
But he prefers a more traditional approach.
Could make us a coffee.
James is not a fan of technology. He even struggles with his laptop.
See, really, what I need is an assistant to do this. My personal battery assistant.
Welcome to the 21st century.
Well, good. Well, next week you can tell me how to make a call with it, yeah?
All right.
Thank you very much, Ben. Bye.
This morning, memorabilia expert Lawrence has received a blast from the past with an inquiry from a 1980s pop star.
Thought this might interest you, James. Do you remember Imagination?
Yeah.
So now you're going to tell me where they got the name Imagination from.
No, I can't imagine how they've done that. What's Lee looking for?
Well, he's looking for 30 to 35,000. It's on a diamond ring and a Rolex watch. He basically wants to bring it in here and see what we can do for him. I bet you look forward to seeing him.
I can't wait to meet him, actually. Get him in.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, lovely, yeah, love him.
Ah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's it.
With my back against the wall, I thought I lost it all, but my spirit inside kept on telling me, keep it strong.
This is where I recorded my very first album, the Body Talk album.
Lee John is the singer in the band Imagination, who had 3 UK top 10 singles.
It's you and me.
I've been a musical artist for 35 years. Imagination started in 1981 with our hit record Body Talk. Life was amazing. We got to travel the world. We got to meet all the fans. We created some original styles in fashion and also in music. Still surviving after all these years. Ain't that the truth? Music was always a part of my life. It was part of my destiny. Can I get a lemon and ginger tea with honey, please? Thank you. Yeah, my mother's a wonderful dancer, and she's nearly 90, and she can still get up there and cut the rug, as they say. She can shuffle it off. I had their support as long as I maintained a steady job. By the time my band, Imagination, became successful, I was in like 3 bands at the same time, and as long as you were working, which was what my mother instilled in me, that was the main thing. I was very grounded by that. I couldn't be a star in the house, that's for sure. Let's take it from the very beginning. Here we go.
Lee's latest creative outlet involves producing for the big screen.
I've been working on this film for nearly 5-6 years. It's been a passion of mine just to get this out. It's so important. Flashback is the history of UK black music and gives you that opportunity to see the wealth of what people have contributed to. I think we're going to extend this little montage.
Yep.
So we get more of the image of that, so it's more musical.
OK. Yeah, once we do
We need extra funding to finally complete this project. We really need that last bit of injection just to help us get it onto the screen. But we'll probably cut and put her in a bit later.
OK.
I've got some jewellery, but I'm willing to go that extra step and get rid of those bling things to put into the flashback film. And give me a little bit of a colour too. Just a touch. Feast your eyes on this.
To raise the capital, Lee is hoping to sell a Rolex watch and 2 rings.
This watch was given to me by a fan. This is a diver's watch called a Submariner, and I don't want to really part with it, but it will be going to a very good cause. Now, this is a very important ring. This was given to me by my sister. It's very special because she is no longer with us. I think my sister would understand why I'm doing this. She very much behind me going into show business, and it means a hell of a lot to me. This was my great-grandmother's, And when she came to the UK, she brought with her a special box with loads of gold and silver and diamonds. And this was part of our family inheritance. This is a platinum single stone. My grandmother was a very proactive person, so I think that she will feel that this is going to a greater cause. I'm not sure how much I'm going to raise. I've just thought if we can raise at least 30 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand. We don't know, but it'll be nice to know if we can raise something like that.
Hi, it's Howard calling from Manchester.
Manager of the Manchester branch, Catherine, has received an inquiry concerning some high-end bags.
Oh, Howard, do you want to come and just have a look at this handbag? It's really different, it's unusual.
Let's have a look. Ooh, yeah.
Got all the detail in that leather there. It's Dior. The strap, I've never seen anything like that. It's all pearls. Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
There's a Louis Vuitton suit cover. That looks immaculate. We've got a briefcase.
Oh, that's nice.
Claudia's going to be very pleased.
She will.
There is so much Versace stuff, it's unreal.
The handbags belong to 60-year-old businesswoman and fashion fanatic Moira, who lives in the Wirral.
And this is the famous Ralph Lauren dress that was worn by Demi Moore in American Vogue. And it weighs so much. It is an incredible piece, but $20,000. I've been in hospitality for many years, as well as having a recruitment business. You have a little stage in your life if you're lucky enough to be in the position to do it, and I guess I was. But would I do it now? No. Well, not quite to the same extent. I love to dance. I was looking for a break, and by complete accident, I found this salsa academy in Havana, and I thought, that is it. And so like a dog with a bone, I was determined I was going to Havana, and I was there within 5 days. Every day, I passed this cafe where I'd stop and have a coffee, and there was a band playing, and this guy was playing, smiling away, and I thought, God, a bit too much sun. You know, a few days later, that was it. It was the start of a romance. The singing, the smiling, the sun, too much of a cocktail. So I went to Cuba to learn salsa, and I came back with a husband. Most people are happy with a souvenir, but hey, 12 years on, we're still here and going strong.
8 months ago, Moira saw an opportunity for another business venture.
Oh dear, the flowers have died.
She saw potential in a unique local building.
It was actually originally called the Iron Church. It's a prefabricated tin church. Well, this is the main hall for events. The old Joanna. I've had this piano now for, gosh, maybe 5 years. But I really wish I could play it, so maybe it's the time to learn. Instead of wishing about things, just do them. I was looking for an office for my recruitment business. And then, of course, I saw the space and I thought, oh, well, hang on a second. This could make a great event space. And it got legs and it's just grown and grown. And so did the bills. The last count, I would reckon now it's somewhere between 45 and 50,000. And there's still things to be done. It's a lot of cash on a big tin shed. Really, we're there, you know, we're ready to open, but because of a technicality, we have to get some solicitors involved, and that wasn't planned for.
To raise the cash she needs, Moira is hoping to sell 4 bags of John Galliano-designed Dior and 3 Louis Vuitton.
I seem to have managed to acquire quite a handbag collection. I've got something sitting there that's an asset that I can release that I don't actually use. I would hope to raise £1,000. I have got my mindset around that sort of figure, so I could be grossly disappointed or I could be extremely happy. I've no idea which way it'll go.
At headquarters,
Hello. Hiya. I have something very special. Okay.
pawnshop boss James has concerns about his chief operating officer.
Deborah, you hurt your head?
Have I hurt my head? No.
What's happened to your head?
I've done nothing to my head. This is my aid, my visual aid.
Seriously?
Try it, James. You can see things a lot better.
Yeah, but people might see me. So I can't see a finger.
No, you didn't put your glasses on as
I
well.
can't see a thing. Still can't see a thing.
You need to...
Can't see
Hang
anything.
on, here's a loop. There's a loop
I
as
actually
well.
can't see a thing, actually. What do they do, these? Seriously?
They magnify. It's just a magnifier, that's all, James.
They're quite good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, at least you've got your hands free with them.
Exactly.
I've come to Pawney Ring.
Okay, no problem. Do you want
Lovely.
to pop it through? Thank you.
The pawnshop's next client has come to Weybridge
Hello.
How you doing, darling? You all right?
Nice to meet you.
And you?
for a meeting with James.
Come through the back. How was your journey?
Not too bad, actually. I got here really fast. I was really lucky with the traffic.
So what you got in the bag? Then?
Right.
What little bag of tricks you got?
I
from
know. Well, I have a selection of jewellery in here.
Yeah.
This is just a plain gold bangle.
Right,
gold
very nice.
A real black and white pearl ring.
Very nice.
I also have this diamond band.
This is a half fraternity.
Three-quarter.
Oh, yeah, all right, three-quarter. Yeah, lovely. Were you engaged?
No.
No?
Only in business.
Okay, that's lovely. That's a lovely. It's got a lot of sparkle, isn't it?
And I have this. It's endless. Cartier bracelet.
Okay, very good.
This is a tennis bracelet.
Okay, very nice.
And one more piece. This is white gold.
Oh, wow.
Pièce de résistance.
Oh, you've got something else tucked
Yes, I
away
do.
there. Oh, I like the look of that. It looks big.
This is 85 carats, set in 18 karat gold.
Wow, that's quite stunning, isn't it? Where did you get it from?
It's given to me by my mum.
Oh, okay.
She's going to help me with my project.
Lovely. So what are you trying to do? Do you want to sell this jewellery or do you want to loan against it? What do you actually want to do?
I would like to sell this jewellery.
You want to sell it? Okay. So what are you going to do with the money?
I bought you a book, and this is going to be worth more than all this jewellery. My dream is put it into animation.
Right.
So, in order to do this, I need to have the funds. James, you have to help me.
Well, I'm going to try my best. I can't promise anything.
Do your best.
I shall do my best for you, Joanna. And thanks for the book. I shall
read it.
Give it some bedtime reading, definitely.
You'll love it.
This is my room.
I certainly didn't have a normal childhood. I was a child star. I was spotted by the guy who produced the Mini Pops children's band. There is me there singing Happy Talk. It started in 1980. I just turned 5 and we ran for 8 years. We made 9 albums. We had our own TV show. It was spectacular because we were touring and doing concerts and shows and meeting all of the stars at the time. It was a dream childhood. Good boy, yeah?
As she was growing up, Joanna's main passion was of the 4-legged variety.
Are you the best boy? Are you the best boy? All I thought about was horses. All I drew was horses. All I imagined was horses. I used to sleepwalk when I was a kid, and I used to get on my hobby horse and start cantering up and down the hallway at night. I mean, there was just no rest. Oh, look, my mummy. So I decided that I wanted to then be a professional Olympic dressage rider. That was my next goal. This is Coco when I won the gold medal at the Nations Cup. My dressage career, I was training abroad for 19 years in total. I trained with the top trainers in the world. I achieved my goals of being shortlisted picked for 2 Olympic Games, and I trained 15 horses to Grand Prix Olympic standard in my time.
Will you be quiet down the bottom? No!
Whilst in the stables, I see the horses just do the funniest things. They are just my inspiration. I've written 3 series of children's books. What I'm writing now is basically a story of how the owls have woken up the horses. Woohoo! Very scary.
Now Joanna is keen to expand her brand.
The one thing that's missing, which I think is really, really important, is the animation. I think it will bring the books to life. I'm going to need at least £100,000. Fortunately, I have beautiful jewellery, so hopefully, if I can sell these items, it will give me the start of the future.
Now, when will you be looking to do the loan, sir?
At headquarters, James is feeling nostalgic about his latest inquiry.
All right, mate, thanks for chatting.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Just spoke to Paul. He's the owner of an Austin van. There used to be a delivery vehicle for an old bakery in Aberdeen that's still there, apparently. So it's quite an interesting car. And he says it's very original in terms of its condition. He's put a value on it of around 10 grand, which he'd like as a sale figure. And he's quite enthusiastic. Yeah, I can't wait to go and see him. He's invited me down, said he'd make me a nice cup of tea.
10 years ago, I might have thought Eartha Kitt was my favourite singer.
The Austin van belongs to 81-year-old retired engineer Paul, who lives in Hampshire.
And there are all sorts. There's classical, there's rock, there's Jimi Hendrix. Can't play it too loud, don't want to annoy the neighbours.
It'll cut your fingers off if you're not careful.
I've been collecting instruments all my life. This instrument is a very delicate instrument, and you've got to make sure there's no dust in it when you assemble it into the unit. People think it's for blowing balloons. It's not. It's actually a part of the equipment for assembly.
Paul's very own personal archive contains over 200 items.
Really, it should be in a museum, and it is in a museum. I love collecting things because I hate it when things are thrown away just for the hell of it. The museum really came about as a sort of collection. When you start collecting instruments, you've got to put them somewhere. This is an instrument for detection of bombs and things in cars. There's no battery in it. Nothing in this museum actually works. Well, the theme of my museum, I suppose, is electrical instruments of all sorts, starting from turn of the century. When I'm in my museum, looking and handling my instruments, I feel absolutely wonderful, lost in my own world. My brain is thinking of good old days when I used to work and use and handle these devices. I always believe in the saying that if there's room in the heart, there's always room in the house. I hope it will start.
The jewel in the crown of Paul's collection lives in his garage.
I've been interested in old cars for a very long time, since I was a young lad. I find them fascinating. I'd say I've spent about £5,000 to renovate the van. Restoring anything is a labour of love. I think I have done a good job. It's not too noisy. People always ask me, you know, are you in bakery business? And I jokingly say, no, I haven't got enough dough to start a bakery business. As far as I'm concerned, it's in perfect condition. I always say you could go around the world, providing you don't drive faster than 50 miles an hour. So you have to look after an old car. You don't take your grandma and make her run uphill, do you? You walk uphill. And then this will last for, who knows, another 50 years. I want to sell my van for 10 to 15,000 pounds. When I sell this car, I definitely shall miss it, because basically I'm in love with it. And in fact, I'm sorry it'll be going, but that's down to my age. You can't hang on to everything. People come and say nice things about it. They want to take their picture, buy it. And it's a boost to my ego, if you like.
Pop singer Lee John is in Hatton Garden to bring his jewellery collection in for appraisal.
One good thing about this business is you don't actually know what's going to come through the door, and I'd never in a million years imagined that one day Lee John from Imagination will be popping in to see me. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Hi, Lee, you all right, mate?
Good morning, James. How are you?
How are you? Lovely to see you.
Good to see you as well.
So what's going on then? Tell me about what's happening.
Basically, first off, the most important thing, I'm making a film, and it's called Flashback.
Oh, wow.
It's the history of UK black music.
Sounds like a really exciting project. So how much do you need to get hold of?
Well, I'm thinking if I can get between 30 and 40,000, if there's a possibility.
That'll kickstart you for what you need.
Yeah. If it can, then cool. If it can't, give me an offer. Let's see what you can give me.
And do you want to sell the stuff? Are you looking for a loan? Do you want
I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to have options.
Yeah, OK. Let's have a little look.
First off, we've got this ring.
Wow. That's quite something, actually. It's not bad for a starter. Very nice. So what can you tell me about this ring?
Well, it belonged to my grandmother. It was part of like a booty of jewellery that she had given the family from St. Lucia many years ago.
OK. Well, she had good taste. Yeah, fantastic. What else?
And I got a Rolex.
Right.
And I've never used it.
OK. No, it's not been used, is it?
No.
It's brand new.
Yeah.
Great that you got the box with it. What's in the little green? That looks...
Well, this one, my sister passed away last year. And she always thought, you know what, you need something that really shows you off. And so she gave me this.
Wow. That's a proper statement piece, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a bling ring.
Yeah, this is something. It's obviously of sentimental value. I'm taking it. That was probably something you wouldn't want to sell permanently.
I'd probably loan it.
Loan against that. Maybe look at selling the other pieces, yeah?
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
OK, well, look, fantastic. 3 great items. Shouldn't take me too long. I'll give you a call and maybe you can pop back in and see me and we'll see what we can do.
Excellent, excellent.
Lovely.
Loving it.
Cheers, Lee.
OK.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for coming in.
No problems.
Brilliant.
See you soon.
Fantastic.
I'm kind of optimistic. I'm excited, actually. It'll be interesting to see what they're all worth.
I didn't quite get there with getting Lee to sing on the first meeting, but I'm feeling confident. If I give him the right number for the pieces, he might just burst into song.
Pop singer Lee John has left his watch and jewellery at headquarters for James to appraise.
This particular watch is really desirable. It's a Submariner. It's got the green dial and green face stainless with the box, papers, everything with it. There's not one scratch or blemish on it. It really is quite exceptional, so it's just a matter of pitching it right. To be honest with you, with a piece like this, the money's all in the gold. We've got a huge amount now. It's 43 grams of 22 carat. That's a hell of a lot of money, but you can't put a value on something that was given by someone or a family member that's no longer around. So that's a very difficult thing for us to deal with, and quite often that's why we hand those pieces back. So this is Lee's diamond ring, really bright, great colour, great clarity, really, really desirable item. In terms of its size, we're looking at just over 4 carats. And this piece, I think, is where all the money is, to be honest with you. It doesn't get much better than that in terms of the quality of the stone.
Handbag expert Claudia has come to the Manchester branch to appraise businesswoman Moira's collection of designer bags.
So this is a Dior bag, very unusual. It must have been a limited edition. Probably a desirable bag to the right person, but it's a very niche market with these type of things. This kind of style would have been in the early 2000s when John Galliano was going kind of like mad with all his pearls and strings and everything. The condition of it is actually quite poor. There's a couple of the pearls that are missing. The interior, it shows that there's some sort of makeup marks in it, which isn't great because sometimes it's permanent. There's no doubt in my mind that this is an authentic piece. I mean, the workmanship on this is just impeccable. So this is a Louis Vuitton Pont Neuf, and it's in epi leather, and it's a beautiful, vibrant red. It's definitely a genuine piece. There's a little bit of usage inside, so we can send it off and get it professionally cleaned. Luckily, there's no makeup marks or pen marks or anything like that, so there's no permanent damage. Apart from that, it's got the strap, it's got the dust cover, so it's a perfect piece that we can sell on. So we've got 2 other pieces here, and this one here is a Louis Vuitton garment. It's a suit carrier, basically, and it's in very good condition. This one's an older style, but they still fetch quite good money. This can be unisex. The only thing is with this, it is scratched with the hardware, and also the handle is quite worn. With all these pieces, I mean, the only thing that lets them down massively is the condition of them. I mean, if I could get them refurbished and cleaned up and get them up to scratch, I mean, we're looking at a lot more.
Boss James likes to put vehicles through their paces before he makes a deal.
With a lot of these classic cars, you need to get down there, touch it, feel it, give it a rub.
So he's in Hampshire to test drive 81-year-old retired engineer Paul's vintage Austin van.
My interest in vehicles is quite broad. It's not only about Ferraris and Lamborghinis. I do actually like these classic vehicles. The Austin A30 van is a little bit different, and looking forward to meeting the owner.
I'm hoping that when James drives my car, he likes it. I have absolutely no doubt about that.
Paul, how are you, mate? Nice to see you. What a fantastic looking thing this is.
Thank you very much.
Looks brilliant in the pictures, but when you get to see it in the flesh, it's incredible, isn't it?
Thank you.
So what can you tell me about it?
Those markings are from a bakery in Aberdeenshire.
Right, and this was one of their working vehicles,
Yes,
was it back in the day?
It was.
And did you restore it?
I put a lot of new parts on it.
It's a nice, crisp, straight-looking original car, which I love. Bright chrome work. Did you have all the hubcaps replaced as well
Yes,
at the time?
no, they were re-chromed.
Re-chromed. Lovely. So shall we take it out for a little drive then?
Certainly, yes.
Let's have a look. Let's see these. Oh, lovely. Jump in, Paul. Make yourself comfortable. You're in safe hands. You can tell Paul had put a lot of love and care into his restoration, and he'd been meticulous when it comes to keeping the period parts on the vehicle. Very good.
Handbrake should be off. That's the choke, that's the starter.
Oh, pull the choke first.
A little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what, it started up lovely, didn't it?
Give it a bit of rev. I want to push the choke back in.
Yeah, I'm revving it up, I'm revving it up.
That's it.
Oh, I love it. I'm like a kid in a sweet shop. Here we go, and we're off. Quite sprightly, isn't it?
Have you adjusted your mirror?
Yeah, the mirror's in good, all in the right place, mate, at the minute. She drives lovely, really, doesn't she?
Thank you.
This is great. This is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I like that. I'll tell you what, it's very responsive. The steering mechanism, you know, usually there's a lot of slack on these old steering columns.
No, it wouldn't pass the MOT.
These old cars don't drive like modern bits of kit, but this thing has been well put together and well restored, and it felt like it on the road.
There's a smile on your face.
Thank you. You're very kind to my car. You're saying all the right things.
Well, I only speak the truth, to be honest with you, Paul. But this is lovely. It's almost like we're running away together.
Me and Paul hit the open road in the van. I thought, this is actually quite nice.
We're in the A30. We've got no luggage. We've fallen in love. And we're off on the open road.
It was quite romantic.
It doesn't feel that old. It's weird.
Like me, you mean?
Exactly. Well, that was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
Brilliant. For an old car, Paul, she did really well, didn't she?
Is this your first A35 experience?
I've never been in one before, to be quite honest with that. Just remind me, what are you looking for in terms of the numbers?
Well, I think it'll be reasonable between 10 and 15.
OK. I shall need to go away, do some numbers and some work, get on the phone and come back to you. I shall speak to you shortly. Thanks a lot,
Thank you very
mate.
much.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
That classic car market, particularly with something like an Austin, especially it being a van, is very, very, very niche. And I think it might be quite a tall order to bring someone to the table in a short space of time, but I'm going to do my best and see what interest there is out there.
I'm fairly confident that James will make me a good offer. One must be patient, as they say. I might not accept the first offer.
Manager Helen is at the Weybridge branch, appraising children's author Joanna's collection of 5 bracelets and 4 rings.
This one's quite nice. It's like a half eternity ring, but the diamonds are quite large and the colour and the clarity looks really good on them. Looking at this piece, it looks sort of like it may just be the gold value, but having a look under the loop, it's actually signed Cartier, which obviously it wouldn't just be the scrap. It would be a lot more. Cartier as a brand can be quite expensive. This is like a sort of cocktail ring. The stone looks like it's a smoky quartz. So it's quite a difficult sort of sell, really, because being quite a large stone, it's not everybody's cup of tea. The stone's not going to add a great deal of value. Well, diamond line bracelets are really saleable. They're really popular. So out of all of these items here, I think the main money is going to be in the diamond ring, potentially in the Cartier bracelet, and the diamond line bracelet as well.
The owner of the jewellery, Joanna, is back at the pawn shop to see if she can raise some capital to put towards animating her stories.
If James can get me 10,000, 15,000, I'd be ecstatic. It's definitely a start, and I think from that point I can progress. I can start with the animation, and you know, maybe I have a few other things I can sell to help me on the way.
Basically, there's 1 or 2 bits that are of exceptional quality. Some of it is a little bit dated, to be honest, but I'm about ready with the numbers.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? You all right, darling? You all right? Come in.
Nice to see you again.
Just grab a seat.
Thank you. I've been so excited for today.
Oh, have you?
Looking forward to hear it. I hope you got me some nice prices.
What were your expectations and what were you looking for?
I don't know, you know, really, if I could just start something off for my animation.
OK.
I'd be happy, to be honest with you, James.
Basically, we've been through the pieces individually, and there is quite a mixed lot in there. This Cartier piece, unfortunately, the Cartier sign is almost worn off, so it's really difficult.
Really?
Yeah, it's really quite worn, and that does happen with a lot of these gold pieces. The engraving comes off. You were under the impression this was a citrine, and it's been in the family for quite some time, hasn't it?
It has, yes. It was my mum's, and she had it about 40 years ago.
It's actually a smoky quartz.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, the value in that one isn't probably where you'd want it to be.
What did you think of the diamond tennis bracelet?
Diamond tennis bracelet, really nice. Look, it needs a little repair. The diamonds aren't huge, but you've probably got in total about 2.5 carat of diamond there. We've got some numbers, basically. So are you excited? You're holding on?
I'm holding on.
The amount that we can pay for the lot, bearing in mind that some of the pieces are in the value of the metal, the number that we got to is £8,000.
Wow, okay. Well, it's something. It's a start.
Right, so £8 grand, what do you think?
No, I'm quite happy with that, to be honest with you. It's
Good.
something.
Okay.
It's definitely gonna... At least I can begin with the animation.
Yeah.
It's a dream of mine, so thank you.
Joanna, thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much, James.
Wrap up warm, it's cold out
I
there.
will.
Lovely. I'll walk you out.
Thank you so much. Make sure I go.
After you, yeah. See you.
Thank you very much.
See you later, Joanna.
See you soon.
Bye. Although there are a number of pieces amongst this little lot that are of value, and there's some really nice diamond set pieces, some of the items were basically down to the weight of the gold, and it brought the numbers right down for us. £8,000. I'm not sure how much animation that gets you, but she seemed pretty positive as she left.
£8,000 will definitely get me started. I've got other things that I can sell and other business projects coming on, so it's definitely something, isn't it? I'm always positive about the future, and I am so excited.
With 4 stores and 18 staff.
Hiya. Hello, I'm just calling regarding your cross.
James occasionally struggles to keep up.
I'm not really sure what's going on out there. Deborah has been talking to a woman, but I think my PA has now got a PA.
So we're waiting.
It's a papa.
We've done 11 this
I've got a PA. She'll be sitting there in a minute smoking a cigar with her feet up. Something ain't right.
In Hampshire, retired engineer Paul is waiting to find out if James can reach the £10,000 to £15,000 he wants for the sale of his vintage van.
I'm quite confident that James is going to come back and make me a good offer. So we'll see how it goes.
Paul, hi. Still tinkering?
Always tinkering.
You all right? How you doing?
Yes, very well. Always
Lovely.
tinkering.
It was fantastic coming down to see it.
Thank you.
You don't see many of these around, especially it being a van version. You know, that market is quite niche, so the people that want to buy those are quite, they're thin on the ground as well, in the same way that this is quite a rare thing. I've made some phone calls. I'm going to tell you that I haven't actually got anyone for it today. But what I have got is lots of people that are really interested in viewing it in the flesh.
Oh, that's nice.
Especially with the vehicles, it's difficult because they need to come and feel them and touch them, and this is definitely going to be one of those cases.
I thank you very much for trying. You're the best man to try, because I know you like classic cars. This is my baby, so find somebody who is really going to love it.
I shall do my best for you. Well, it's been lovely chatting.
Thank you very much.
Lovely. Cheers, Paul. Thank you.
Well, James is still looking for a buyer for me, so it's not all bad news at all. He's hopeful, so I'm hopeful.
I have drummed up a lot of interest in it, but I think people want to come down and feel it and touch it and rub it for themselves, and that's going to be the case with this vehicle.
Hi Deborah, it's Howard. How are you doing? All right?
Claudia is at the Manchester branch, preparing to give businesswoman Moira news on the deal for her designer bags.
We're going to have a chat about these bags and see what deal we can come to.
I'm fairly optimistic. The items are in good condition, so I'm hopeful.
Hello there. You all right? Nice to meet you too. It's lovely to see you. Take a seat. Tell me a bit about your bags. In particular, I want you to tell me about this one.
It's only really been worn a couple of times, but I think it's been away, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, because as you can obviously see, the seal has kind of like broken.
I hadn't even noticed that, to be honest. But
yeah,
I think
it's unfortunate, really, because it is such a beautiful piece. How much did you pay for this? Do you remember?
It was like stupidly expensive at the time, but you know, a couple of thousand.
There's some lipstick mark in there as well.
Oh wow!
Which that sometimes is a permanent mark that you can't remove it. We can go on to the Pont Neuf. Condition-wise on this one is great on the outside. The interior, on the other hand, it's got a pen mark, which is permanent. With the other two pieces, the briefcase, lovely piece, quite a lot of wear. This suit carrier, on the other hand, that's in better condition than the briefcase. It's quite a desirable piece. What were you kind of hoping for altogether?
I had thought about 1,000.
With all four of these items, we were looking at around £800 for all four items.
Okay.
How does that sound to you?
It was a bit less than where I'd kind of I thought.
Yeah.
And would that be as a sale, a complete straight sale?
Complete sale, yeah.
What if it was the other way, where you lent? Yeah.
If you wanted a loan against them, I'd be quite happy to loan you £800 on them. Yeah?
Got a deal.
Lovely, brilliant. Bye.
It's a win-win situation because I still keep the bags. So overall, yeah, it's very positive.
At the end of the day, I was £200 short from what she actually wanted to raise, but she's got the option that now she can come and get them back. She's happy, I'm happy that I was able to help her, and yeah, it couldn't have gone any better.
James is waiting at headquarters for a visit from pop singer Lee John.
It'd be great to get Lee back in. I know where we are with the numbers. I think I might get him to sign a new contract with me, and I might ask him if he needs a decent manager, because I think I'd be quite good at it.
I'm really excited. I want to know whether I'm going to get some money for this film, or do I have to end up going on the streets and start singing again?
Hi, Lee, you all right? Yeah, we've had a little look.
Good.
Been doing some, got my calculator poised.
And you are now singing.
Well, no, I was hoping you were going to sing for me. Depending on how happy you know, where we get to with the numbers. And what were you actually looking for in terms of the figures?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I had no idea. I'm not a bling king. I don't really know. And anything that can help, you know, push the film, you know.
Help with the project, pushing it along.
Exactly.
This is sort of bread and butter stuff for us. This is a Rolex Submariner, really desirable, in great condition, great piece for us because it comes complete with the papers, the box, everything. So that's great. In terms of this ring, great value to you because of the circumstances, you know, given to you by your late sister. So to you, absolutely priceless. Can't put a number on it. From us as a sort of selling point of view, it's going to be, I think, in terms of the monetary value, not as great as the other two items. So what I'm going to suggest to you is that we probably hand that back to you. This second ring is absolutely exceptional in terms of its...
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's just over 4 carats.
Oh, okay.
And 4 carats, to be quite honest with you, is quite a rock.
So Granny knew what she was doing.
Well, Granny knew her stuff, and in terms of the colour and the clarity, it doesn't really get much better than that. So I'll give you some numbers. I think if we were to purchase on the 2 items, you're looking at 50 grand, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's knocked me for 6. Wow. Okay.
So if that gets you, that's as a purchase.
Definitely, without a doubt.
We're gonna get
I'm singing. There you go. This is really, yeah. This has done it for me. Definitely,
fantastic.
without a doubt, you know.
Well, thanks for popping in.
Thank you very much, sir.
Brilliant. Cheers, Lee. He did burst out into song here and there, which, you know, brightened up the deal. Yeah, it was great to meet the fella. What a lovely guy.
I'm really amazed at how much he's offered me for those items. And I got my sister's ring back. That is amazing. I'm like overwhelmed. Totally, it's like madness. Wow, you know, fab, super googleistical.
Next time...
Oh, blimey. Not the usual thing you expect to see when you come through a door.
It is one of those bags that you'll just see once in a very long while.
Would you ever consider selling it?
Well, a big wad of cash, probably, yeah.
How big a wad?